Hello and welcome back to Esoteric Ebb. I think it's time. It's time for the endgame. So let's talk to Viscan. I don't think we have a behold ready. No, we don't. We don't, but that's okay. Let's just talk with him and see if we can get there into the pillar. I need help entering the Gate of Jaw. Have you acquired a spell scroll of astral projection? Yes, there it is. He grabs the scroll with deliberate movements and reverence. Wonderful. You are full of surprises, cleric. The pale man opens it, taking a few glances over the ancient text. A scroll of Tulinkatl. This will do fine. He puts it away and gives you a slight smile. There is an illusory wall in here, over by my book collection, he says and gestures towards the shelves on the western wall. Of course, you already know that, but I hope its contents have proved and will continue to prove useful. Oh, thanks. You're welcome. When you are ready, call for me at the pillar. I will cast it on you and any party member you wish to bring into the darkness. Thank you very much for the help. You are welcome. He returns to his work. Thank you, bye. I'm gonna keep the Scroll of Wish. Wait, so the invisible wall, where is it? Here? Western side would be here, right? Yeah, we read the books before. Damn, Viscan's got a whole library there. Yeah, okay, no, we've done that. Where's the invisible wall? The western side would be on that side usually. At least if the layout is, you know, somewhat standard. No, nothing we can do here. What's that body? Let me quickly take a look at that. Behold. Your fate one day. Okay, it's just a memento mori. Okay, that is all fine. Let's just head out and head towards the pillar to see if we can bring this whole story to an end successfully. Find the killer and whatnot. Though I'm curious about what the motives of the killer are, and if the kill was intentional, probably was, or if the explosion was just the main focus here. I guess one way to find out, right? One way to find out. Okay. Pillar of Jaw is that way. You know what? Before we enter... Oh. Quest log. Oh, we can take route at Gate of Jaw. Let's do that real quick. Before we enter the endgame. Who would have imagined such a thing? The beatings of life upon the shores. Each wave another painful twinge. The heart laid square, bold, blood in veins, fear in glands, peace upon the earth. The smoking man in the pillar. I have the key, now I'm ready to dive in. Diving is down, this is up. Secret laid bare, soon-ish. Which method? I'll use Viscan's spell, of course. The spellman, his pale face twisted into nothing. Hollow soul, breathless bearings. A creature of pure evil, with nothing but intrigue as guide. The path forward lay clear nonetheless, as your journey comes to a close. But, who is the man? The smoking man? Oh dear God. Oh. Who do I want to say? Like, some of the names I'm not even that sure about anymore, because, you know, a lot of names, I'm not that good at remembering names. It's Lord Gorm, the missing paladin. Your gut rumbles. You do not know anything. There is no clear proof. But you know, deep inside, yes, Lord Gorm is the one. You're invisible smoking man. Oh, wait, what? Really? Nevertheless, you need fact. You need tangibles. Your gut is telling you, no. That is untrue. Not the case. False. That was just a random guess, so yeah. An arrow in the dark. However, in that you shall find the dark belly of the soul. That which hides within and spews without. As will you, the heart, that beating thing which dreams of a world without strife. One of love and community, of friends, one friend. Dear, oh dear, Hijata Mit. It is very close now. It almost makes you think of what you will find in a different light. A question of broader implications. In effect, why did this happen? And what is this burning stake of a quest drawn into your flesh? What is it actually about? Is it so simple of a question? That thought that causes your muscles to tense up and cramp. The question you've been asking yourself since you were 5 years old. What is a good man? And does it seem they are all dead and buried long before your time? Okay, tell me more about a dark belly of the soul. Facing the end, to see the light. Dark belly of the soul, resistance to all damage when below 50 HP. What's Hjartad Mit? I don't know how to pronounce that properly. Hold everyone and everything in your heart. If there is no space, fix it or die. Hjartad Mit. Each level of exhaustion grants +1 to each d20 roll instead of -1. I don't know if we're gonna get into exhaustion soon. We might. And in that case, that would be good. Tell me more about a good man. It drives you. It fuels you. The dream of becoming exactly what you are meant to be. A good man. Whenever you survive a death saving throw, you get back up with 1d20 HP. Keep fighting. I'm ready to make a decision. Back in the storm. Carpe tenebras. Use the... Is that the night? The twilight? I'm not entirely sure. Something with darkness. I think I'll take the essentially exhaustion buff. Love. There is love for all in your chest. Feel like the end is near. I will wait with equipping it though, because in the end, I'm not exhausted yet. If I do get exhausted, between encounters, that is, I will then maybe use it just to make my time here a bit easier. Let me quickly take a look at my inventory as well. What do we have here? Second level spell slot. Let's consume those, get those back. This is... No, that's the incense bowl. That's not what I was looking for. That's a dream patch. Let's get a third level spell back. And where's my first level stuff? Is it further up? Ah, there we go. Incense. There we go. I think it's time. Let's behold it first. An almost intact and endlessly rising pillar, the centerpiece of Norvik. Okay. The pillar of Jaw towers before you. He is speaking to you. Touch the pillar. Okay. So someone went inside this thing, huh? Yes. It appears so. You'll have to be real careful if you want to follow into a gate like this, but you can do it. Begin the process of entering the Pillar of Jaw. If you do this, there is no going back. The gate might never allow you to return. Make sure you have finished all your other quests. But don't worry too much about loose ends, unless you're gonna act all quest obsessed. And check up on your consumables, and so on. Don't want to run out in the beyond. Are you ready? Your soul is ready. This is the point of no return. You will be given a free long rest once you choose a method of entering the pillar. Okay, so I could have saved the my my magic restore things, but okay, sure. You will need it for the journey to come. With those thoughts out of the way, how exactly do you wish to enter the pillar? If you call on Viscan, he won't cast the spell right away. He will need time to prepare. Okay. It is time then. You sound more and more like him. Time for you to call on the wizard. Hope he doesn't ask for a return favor. He most likely will. Call on Viscan. It is time then. Viscan. Snell. So how do you do this? The pale man takes out the spell scroll. Give me a moment. It will take time for me to initiate the casting. Magic such as this will need to be handled carefully, especially in times like this. Of course, otherwise something bad could happen, an esoteric mess. Well, no. The worst that could happen would be the spell fails, fizzles. The strings are weak, cleric. Too weak for such a spell normally. But I shall make it work. Give me some time. You have time. Use it to rest. Last chance. You sure you want to come with Snell? He says nothing for a while. The goblin just looks up at the pillar. Yeah. I don't know. It might seem crazy, but from everything I've seen so far, if I just leave this be, if we don't pursue that guy, something terrible will happen. I can't be alone in thinking that. I'm glad you're with me, Snell. Yeah, same. Your sincerity is giving him an awkward amount of emotions. We can do this. I'm ready. How about you, Meek? You ready to head into the beyond? Sorry, where? We're entering a crack in the gate of Jaw, my guy. Meek has clearly not been paying attention to current events. Is this danger for Meek? Potentially. This is scary, but okay. Meek will guide Cleric past any trap. There is trap in beyond, right? Potentially. Yeah, great. Meek will help. Gods, I need to sit down. The goblin hunches down and closes his eyes, taking a deep breath. Complete your free long rest. Move on. You close your eyes. You feel the pillar rising up above the clouds beneath the earth, piercing the veil of something beyond. You are ready. Snell takes a deep breath. The pale man lifts up the scroll of astral projection. A faint blue line is drawn between it and the closest surface of the pillar. It is ready, cleric. Okay. Let's go. Let us. He begins to mumble the words. In lucem vitae profer iter nostrum ad ulteriora et vasta. Viscan closes the scroll. Good luck. Gulp. Touch the pillar. Okay. Let's do that then. And head inside. There we go. Ooh. That looks cool. Wait, okay. For a second I thought my microphone was unplugged, but everything is fine, okay. Pillar of Jaw. You saw the air careening. Deafening and silent, profound and debauch. It does not stop. Attempt to move. In the direction of out. Do anything. And you join in further. Try to scream, but a force too loud. Terrible drilling, catching, burning. All senses alert, no chime to guide. Try to think about your party. A scarf grips you. A goblin clings to life. You are on a path. Carefully closing, quickly cutting, violently pressing. There is a calming pressure rising. Huh? Your earthly organs compromising. Flesh to steel. Each orb and lobe so gently breathing. You are dead, says intelligence with a failure. An interconnected disbelieving. Blindness eternal. Just like a bell begun to ring. Oh, oh no. This path of yours is just a string. Until one. Until one. Until one. Ah! Enter the beyond. Okay. Let's see what this beyond looks like. Certainly curious to see. What is... Oh, that's... Is that part of my staff that I'm wearing? Yes, that's me. Okay, there we are. Roaring of the pillar. Endless. Look around. There is nothing. Look below. Water? No. It is an esoteric substance. Look at yourself. You are whole, but shaken. What did Master do? This is... The scarf crawls back into itself and does not say more. You must begin. Seek what you are meant to find. Where am I? Leave. Okay. Jaws crossroad? Question mark. The time is also a question mark. And so is the day. Snell! Okay. Nobody seems to be around. I also don't have my spells available. Or my cantrips. Oh, well, my light cantrip is active. Oh, time is back. At least time is changing. Shit. Shit, shit, shit. This was a terrible idea. Time is back to normal. Yeah, this sure isn't looking too good. But maybe you can negotiate with whatever's out there. Oh yeah, it's 87:78. I don't know if AM or PM. Fear, deep, unnerving. Your stomach churns with primal dread. There is something lighter, but I cannot seem to interact with it. The beyond stares back at you. You feel everything and nothing. A sliver of light balanced upon the esoteric surface. Follow it. Will do. This is all an illusion, surely. This places between worlds could not simply be nothing. That would be ridiculous. The places, not this places. My bad. This is not a moment to contemplate. This is when you act. Oh, hey. No. Not again. Intelligence failure. You. You are no genius. Sitting in this esoteric liquid. But now is not the time to despair. Get back up, cleric. Get back up. Plenty of stars above. Or similar. Blinded by the strange lights above, your eyes adjust. You peer onwards. In the darkness, you see a pillar of light. Something beckons you forth. Who is that? This looks very cool. Oh, there's a Something where I could exchange spells, but I think I will keep them as they are. They seem pretty good at this point. The Cobbler. Strength Behold, not my strong suit, but 16 is not bad. Human Earthfolk, level 20 Cleric. A Cobbler. There is sadness in his voice, the type born from years of watching your children go astray. You do not believe what he is showing you, yet you do not wish to even entertain the thought of dismissing the image of his kind smile. Okay, I guess let's talk. Hello. The old man works at the counter, tiny hammer in one hand, boot in the other. Hello. He gives you a glance and a polite nod. Then he keeps working, still focused on settling a strap from the boot. You're a shoe repairer? The old man lets out a short laugh. Let me ask you something. Do you believe yourself to be naturally funny, or is there effort involved? So you're not a shoe repairer. He nods and chuckles to himself. I'm a shoe repairer, yes, a cobbler. What are you doing here? Work, mainly. Dancing around the subject. He is at peace. Is it fun? Honestly, yes. I enjoy it quite a bit. As long as there are feet on the ground, there are shoes for tending. That's what my father always said. Maybe you can get some actual info if you play along. Make some small talk. Were you close with your father? The old man looks at you, adjusting his glasses. That is a difficult question, but a good one. He grabs a tang to rip some leather off the sole. I think the best thing I can tell you is another saying of my dear old father. We're nothing but the worst parts of our parents, with a splash of random ego. With a smirk, the old man then leans in and says, He read too many books. What are you working on? A Legionnaire's boot. Not the enchanted kind. That wouldn't fall apart this easily. It needs a sole replacement, new studs and hobnails. You know much about boots? I wear them. He looks down at your feet. Earthguard standards. Of course, what else? He points his hammer at you and says, You know those. They wanted to send you out in nailbags originally. Nailbags, could you imagine? Blisters, blisters, blisters. A boot enjoyer, this one. Such a shoe enthusiast. The old man shakes his head and clicks his tongue. Thank Till for soft striders. Interesting, the old man speaks of an old god. Yes, from before the journey west. Till? What god was that? Where do you come from? Not from money, nor greatness of any kind. If I had to extract some source, one point of origin for myself, that would be just a small unfortunate village on the coast. He grabs some fresh nails from a bucket under the workbench. I was born to do this, he says, and hammers one of them into the bottom of the boot. Good, fair, decent service. What are you voting in the election? He keeps working and doesn't answer your question for quite a while. Then he mutters out, There is no perfect choice, is there? Of course there is. You have to vote for the Nationalists. The Free Striders is the best choice, at least. If you want a good outcome for the working class, vote for the Escalists. Vote for me, I'll be a God King wizard if I ever get out of here. The Agrarians would have been perfect. The lack of a perfect choice does not mean you can simply avoid your responsibility in a democracy. Indeed, that's the true path for apolitical people like ourselves. If you want a good outcome for the working class, vote for the Escalists. Yes, the less fortunate form. Yes, the less fortunate form the backbone of society. After all, bound together, people can move mountains. After all, he smiles. Who are you? Knut, son of Tog. Toke? That is my name. A good name. He keeps working on the boot. It is time to inquire. Why are you in the beyond, Knut? Oh, I died. I've been here for years. You're dead? Everything here is not so material. You included if you stay too long. He holds up the boot, looking at its bottom with one eye closed. It's a tunnel. A right-going way heading straight outside. I've been left behind for a bit longer though. Just a bit longer. You're stuck here? I like to see it as an unpaid vacation. The old man places down his boot and hammer. Gently, as if placing his own child upon the bench. Run, cleric. He is not evil, nor are his hands clean. I cannot speak with him myself, sadly, so I ask you, please, please, handle it with heart and grace. He is here. The one you are looking for. Rumbling terror beyond. Handle what? The one you are looking for. Go to him, before it is too late. The old man points to his left. You know you cannot ask this man more, for he cannot tell you. Go and face the one you have been searching for all this time. Ignore this ghost. You've got work to do. Thank you. Leave? Okay. Dusk of day 4. Is this the way to go? You see him in the dark. The last one. Lord Gorm, hero of Norwich. Greetings, brother. Greetings. He bows before you. My name is Gorm Skalderman, loyal servant of Earth. I need your help. You see the writhing corruption upon his arm. It causes him to shake, touched by the void. He appears sane enough somehow. So that is how it is. Wasn't a rogue spellcaster, a rogue paladin. You need my help? I do. The paladin performs a perfectly executed fist-on-chest salute. As he does, you notice the long sword sheathed at his hip. He does not see you as a threat. The state has fallen, brother, he says, and lets out a crackling cough. In my grief and anger, I have made some egregious choices. Choices? Are you talking about the tea shop? Among others, yes. The broken man lifts his helm, revealing a rugged face covered in layers of sweat and ash. A memory of a man. Gods, he says, pressing his not-as-ruined hand against his brow. It should never have come to this. Sorrow in his eyes, meeting your gaze. How many years have you served? 5 at the towers. Then you should know the particulars of Earthguard politics. Arkesam was struck by a feeble mind spell over 3 years ago. What? He is hidden away in his palace manor for all this time. The Lord Patriarch? Yes. The city is now a headless chicken, run by our cabal of magistrates. On a cursed evening 3 years ago, the leader of Norwich was as good as assassinated. They decided to keep it a secret. Their reasoning was simple. It was for the security of the city. Without Earth, we have no protocol on the transfer of power. None revealed to the public, at least. Have you seen Lord Arkesam? I have. I was one of the few to be granted an audience about a year ago. Our Lord Patriarch is lost in his own mind. No restorative magic takes. None we are able to muster, at least. Hold on, are you sure the Lord Patriarch isn't just old? That's what most people think. That reasoning is why no one questioned his absence. However, Arkesam was a shrewd man, and a hale one at that. He would eventually be taken by age, of course, but not like this. This was sudden and total in eclipsing his mind, foul magic at work. Who knows about this? Few. The magistrates, some of the patriarchs, all of them sworn party officials, including me despite my lower status as a paladin. It's a tightly guarded secret. They are sworn? How terrible. Why are you a paladin and not a patriarch yourself? I am not well suited to such labors. Too much administrative work. To retain my position as last paladin was deemed honorable by itself. He looks out into the void. And I was never good at tower duties, teaching youngsters and such. One of my comrades once told me about a student who tried to cast a power word spell within his first few weeks in the towers. His eyes melted out of his skull. Could you imagine being responsible for such a thing? He shakes his head. You got him talking about the past. Good. A sense of normalcy. Sounds awful. Indeed. Why did they keep it a secret? They said it was considered dangerous for him to falter after serving for so long. Better to hold up a puppet until the election. Or that is what they decided. I was not in that particular smoky room. Who cast the Feeble Mind spell? Enemies of the state. They broke into his manor at night. Then they got away. The magistrates pointed to cultists. I went looking. I was unable to find any proof of such activities. Why are you telling me this? Why are you here, brother? I believe those two questions have the same answer.